All right. Do you have any particular intro in mind? Do you want to do the intro this time?
I don't have an intro in mind, no.
No?
Uh-uh.
So, do you want to just use this as an intro?
Sure.
Perfect.
This is the intro. What's up, y'all?
Welcome back to episode 8. 8
Are
of
we on
Island
it?
Gems. Or 9. It depends on how deep into the lore you are. In fact, I might have accidentally written the wrong number. This might actually be 7. I don't know.
Have you
I
done
don't know. No, not yet.
Okay. I mean, it would have been funny. Like,
It would have been funny, but you
Yeah.
gotta keep them guessing.
Yeah.
I am Jay, and I am here with my best friend, co-host Raul.
Hello.
And we're back on a semi-regular schedule, recording once again to your listening pleasure. Although I do have some news. We only got like 5. Well, I don't want to say the number, but I think I already did. So just ignore what you heard. There was a substantial drop. I'll tell you that. There was a substantial drop in viewership or listeners between the last 2 episodes, which I found interesting. I don't know if that's because the last 2 episodes were like a month and a half in between, or if we did something wrong. So if we did something wrong and you didn't like, let us know in the comments. If you are one of the few listeners that are back once again, loyal to a fault, then share this podcast. We'll wait.
I think it might have been. I think it might have been the whole video content part of the podcast.
Yeah, maybe, yeah. But that was at the bottom of the show. I feel like so. And I wanted to talk to you about that, but yeah, we'll get to that in a sec. But yeah.
Okay.
We just share this to everyone, spam it everywhere.
Oh yeah.
And let's get our audience back. Yeah. Okay.
Get your
great.
grandma on here.
Grandma.
Get your grandpa.
Him too.
your racist cousin.
Him too. Everyone. People who like cyberpunk. People who hate cyberpunk.
Yep.
Get the
Where are we on
gays. Where are we? We're loving it now again.
We're loving it. We're
Yeah.
loving it.
Love it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, of course.
So I did want to tell you this, Raul. I was thinking, right? Let's put all the exciting segments that we plan at the top of the show, and then at the bottom of the show, we can talk about whatever the fuck you want.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Awesome.
That
sounds
way, because I feel like we used to start by just talking, and then we would hit the segments, which is cool. But this way we can retain more viewership. No one listens
Sure.
to the end anyways, so.
Sure. Yeah. That's fine.
All right. So,
Where do you want to start?
we had a lot to talk about. Yes, we had a lot to talk about, and I'm going blank. One of those things was that you watched Hathaway's Flash. You also you got a new job.
got a new job?
I was at Texas, and
You're at Texas.
I'm missing one more thing.
Oh, you know what else I watched?
What's that?
Actually, fucking Berserk. I watched Berserk.
Okay,
But
okay.
I watched like
The movie.
it was like movies.
Okay, cool. That's
Yeah.
cool. That's cool.
It wasn't like the show.
Yeah. No, it's cool. The movies are great too. They're great too.
Yeah, they're pretty good.
Yeah. Okay, we'll talk about that. So yeah, let's get started with the show. Cue the music. If we haven't cued the music yet, we probably already did. And we're back from the musical break. Anyways, man. So talk to me about Hathaway's Flash. That's a Gundam movie?
It's a Gundam movie. Yeah, it's set in Universal Century actually.
Yeah.
It's I think it's like 5-10 years after Unicorn.
I hate
something
it.
like that. Yeah, unfortunately.
I hate it already.
But I think you'll love it if you watch it actually.
Am I?
Oh yeah, I think you'll love it because of the characters, and
Okay.
it's not so much a Gundam movie.
Okay.
It's more like a movie set in the Gundam universe.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Wait,
It's
what do you
Yeah.
mean? Like it's like Build Fighters where it's like
so you're thinking when I say
what's
Gundam
that
movies,
nasty phlegm?
don't worry about it. It's been a wild morning.
Whoa! Does that sound like you were just? I'm just gonna move on.
What was I saying? Oh yeah. So when I say Gundam movie, what do you think? You think
I think of a
lots of
Gundam,
mobile suits,
real
new
mobile
type
suits
bullshit,
flying around, and
stuff like that, right?
yeah.
This one's very artistic, and like it's paced well. There's not a lot of fighting going on, but when there is, it's amazing. It's just a really well laid out and planned out movie.
Okay.
It's really nice. I think
That's a
you'll like it
relief.
a lot.
Coming from Unicorn, I gotta be honest.
Fair. Okay. Yeah.
I was talking about Unicorn a few days ago to my friend Gabi, not Colonel. And I was trying to explain to him Unicorn because Unicorn, as I see it, is one of the most beautiful, and like just artistic takes on the Gundam universe that, to me personally, I feel like it flopped. You know?
Okay.
And it was mostly because of pacing issues and
plot armor.
A lot of plot armor, characters,
or one character.
It's just a lot of different elements that it doesn't ruin the show, but it you know, because it's a shame, because if you think about the music that went into the show, the art, everything, you know, like this is supposed to be the show of all shows. This is supposed to be the one, but I feel like it isn't, and I feel like everyone kind of agrees. No, I don't think people dislike Unicorn. I just think that there is a universal like, yeah, it was good, and like that's it.
Pretty much, yeah.
Yeah,
I agree. Yeah, there was a Twitter post going around. I don't know who done it, but something about how Unicorn just becomes a super robot, and in the most weird times is very, I don't know, kind of annoying or unintriguing. Is that a word?
That's a word. Yeah.
Sure.
You mean like it'll
it's like,
just...
of course it has, you know, like superpowers now, like all of a
right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
so,
I totally get what you mean.
But
and there's a lot of scenes that to this day I don't understand what they meant. Like you remember, and again, maybe I'm completely missing the point here, but you remember when there's the really badass fight in the city, and Bonager confronts the Neo Zeon lady, and he doesn't want to kill her. Yeah. There was a lot to that moment that I didn't quite understand, because I felt like I didn't know who she was, but it was almost like the show wanted me to know who she, like it expected me to know who she was.
No, I don't think we know who she is.
No,
Maybe
I think we're
like
just here because empathy, because we don't want her to die, because and I get that, but it just feels like it's such a moment. It's a really present moment in that episode. Out of like the hour-long episode, I say 20 minutes are dedicated to this moment. But lady, I don't know who you are. It's not earned, you know. Yeah. So it's just a little strange.
Like I literally saw you like 15 minutes ago.
Yeah.
I really don't.
And you've been terrorizing the city. You need to be stopped.
Been committing war crimes.
I don't know.
Yeah, but Hathaway's Flash, none of that, dude. It's amazing, dude. I love the movie. I've seen it twice.
Oh wow, twice in like the span of
the span of like a couple days. I think.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah.
This is okay. So tell me about the movie.
Amazing.
Okay.
Is
it like Unicorn? The music very orchestral.
It's different, actually. It's not
Really?
orchestral. There's a couple parts that are orchestral, but there's like this nice little funky tone going on, like at the beginning, and it's like nice. It's really cool.
Okay.
So the movie, it follows Hathaway Noah, which is like Bright's son.
Right. This came out how long ago?
I think we're going on about just about a month.
Okay, and you obviously watched this legally. You bought this movie.
Oh, it's on Netflix.
Oh, there you go. See, there you go.
Yeah.
It's on Netflix? What the fuck?
Yeah.
Oh,
you can watch it right now.
Oh,
it's really good. So yeah, it follows him.
I'm sorry, I can just already hear Giovanna groaning in the background, like from the future, being like, "Oh my god."
Cause she doesn't like Gundam.
I showed her I made a mistake. I was
Yeah?
talking about Gundam, and I was like, you know what? Let's watch Gundam. She said, okay. And then I put the first episode of Unicorn with no context whatsoever, and she
Oof.
fell asleep. But like, fair enough.
Oof.
I respect that because like, why would I do that to anyone is beyond
Yeah.
me. I just don't
Yeah.
understand why I did that. But whatever.
You know,
Here's the most political
Ryan
show.
actually- you know what they did? Oh yeah, it is. Also they added the original series, but they're chopped into like movies. They're like condensed into movies. So there's like part 1, part 2, and
Ah.
part 3 of like
0079?
Mobile Suit Gundam.
Wow.
Yeah. It's still, you know, it's still old. It still kind of looks wonky at times, and the
I'm
pacing's
fine
a
with
little weird
that.
at
Yeah,
times.
yeah.
But it
Never
cuts
been
out
able
on a
to
lot of
finish
the-
that one.
Oh really?
It cuts
Yeah.
the filler?
Yeah, it cuts the filler out, so you can just
Okay.
get
that's
in there and
interesting.
watch it. And
Yeah, I never been able to finish it. I always get to fucking the Goof Saga, and then I'm like, okay, and I stop.
oh, fair. Yeah.
I guess that's like
It
halfway.
gets good. Oh, it gets good at the end. Like,
I
the fights
bet.
get pretty goddamn awesome. Plus the animation, like by the third, kind of movie, I guess. I guess that's when they got money.
Right.
And the animations just go up, dude.
There's
they
no
increase
longer.
in
It's no longer a
quality.
3-on-3 like always.
3-on-3. Oh, a 3-on-3, as in like the Gundam, the gun.
Yeah, it's always 3-on-3. It's always 3 Zaku's or 3 Zeon mobile
Well-
suits, and then the gun tank, the Gundam, and the gun cannon.
Actually, straight up, yeah, no, they don't do that anymore.
Ugh,
By
beautiful.
the third one. Like you'll see them together, but
Yeah. But I just felt
Yeah.
like a lot of the episodes early on, it was always a 3-on-3, and I was like, okay, I
Yeah.
get it.
yeah, they reused a lot of the animations as well.
Yeah, as well.
But by
Not a
by
bad
the
show,
third
it's
part,
just-
by the third part, it's nicer.
It's closer to
It's a
Zeta?
lot nicer. Oh, dude.
I adored Zeta. That's my favorite one to this day.
Maybe. It's still old, but it's still.
Yeah.
It still looks nice.
Okay. Well, I apologize.
I don't think it's close to Zeta.
Don't let me distract you. So you were talking about Hathaway's Flash, and you were telling me that the music and that it was
Music
incredible,
great.
very funky.
Mhm. So I don't know if you're gonna like the plot too much, but not because it's bad, but because it's being continued or not continued. It's deriving it from the manga. Right. So it doesn't start at the beginning of like Hathaway's Flash or whatever.
Okay.
We're set somewhere like
In the middle. They just picked an arc.
no, not in, I don't know where we're at actually with Hathaway's Flash, in the movie that is.
Okay.
It's in there somewhere. Yeah, it picked an arc. But yeah, it does that. The characters they're all fucking cool. Hathaway's very. I don't want to spoil it, but Hathaway's kind of two characters in one,
Interesting.
and it works out super well.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah. Yeah, just watch it, dude. I don't want to spoil it.
No.
Just watch it.
Okay. And then, is there like maybe for the audience as well? Is there like what is it about actually?
It's the same plot, honestly. Same plot as in like, oh, the Earth Federation, bad.
It's just another. Okay. It's another situation where
Yeah.
a boy is thrust into war that he doesn't necessarily.
Well, actually, this
Oh.
Hathaway.
Yeah.
Hathaway decides to
He's
join the baddies.
He's the Zeon.
I think they're what are they called actually? Hold on, let me look this up. I don't remember what they're called.
I moved the
But
mic.
Zeon
and if
no
everyone heard that,
longer-
I apologize. But carry on.
Zeon doesn't exist anymore. They're completely.
They're like
they're
Neo
gone.
Zeon, but more Neo.
They are. They don't even call themselves Zeon.
They call
I don't
themselves
know.
Sigma. Sigma male.
Sigma
We
male.
are Sigma males.
Hathaway Flash. What's that called? Factions.
I kind of want to make a D's nuts joke
Mafty.
now.
They're called Mafty.
Mafty.
Yep.
Okay. What does DM
don't know
stand
what it,
for?
I don't know what it stands for.
Motherfuck.
It's not an it's not an acronym. It's
Okay.
just one word.
Cool.
Dude, just watch it.
I'll watch it.
Yeah,
You
it's
convinced
just
me,
so
and the fact that it's on
fucking good.
Netflix is cool. How much context do you think you need to watch this show?
I watched it without any context.
Well,
I know
okay.
what
How much
happens to
Gundam
Hathaway.
context do you need? How's that? As someone who
I f-
never watches Gundam, is this something you could just plug and play, or is it like Unicorn where?
I feel like this is fresh enough and like new enough that you can watch it without
Okay.
watching the rest of it, like
Okay.
all of Universal Century, because it's just a completely new. It's the same old like War Bad and Earth Federation and other faction, right?
Right.
But the previous, they only mention one thing from the previous shows.
Right, and it's probably Char.
Just the one thing. Yep.
Yeah, I figured.
Char and Hathaway's involvement during Char's counterattack.
Got it.
And
Okay.
that's it. You don't
Okay.
hear about anything else.
And it sounds like you like Hathaway actually, which is interesting
Hathaway,
because you tend to not like these kids.
I don't know. That I think Amuro was, he was dealing with it.
Yeah, I'm cool with Amuro. It's all good.
Camille was kind of. I hate Judao.
Jude's a
Camille was-
fucking idiot.
Yeah, Camille was dealing with it as well.
Camille is the hero of
Although-
a century. I have never, out of all these kids, they all wish they could be
Yeah.
as good as Camille, man.
No, yeah, dude. Judao's just fucking retarded. I hate.
Yeah,
I
Double
hate
Z,
that
that's
kid.
just a stupid fucking show.
Benadry's, I could take him or leave him, honestly.
Yeah.
Who am I missing? I guess the rest of the people which are like in between that, like all the side stories, but
Yeah,
not
but I
really-
don't think they're not really children.
Yeah, they're not really that important
Okay, well,
either.
okay, that's cool. That's cool. What about Shinji?
But
Is he in?
Hathaway, Shinji?
Yeah.
Oh, Shinji.
Anyways, keep going. I'm sorry.
Shinji, I hate Shinji, dude. You know this.
I know this.
I
It's
fucking
just
hate that.
for
kid.
the worst reason.
I'd rather
whatsoever.
Benadryl than Shinji.
Here's the whole plot of Evangelion going over your head.
Yeah, Hathaway's just, I don't know, he's kind of mature for his age and shit.
That's
like
cool.
that.
That's cool. That's cool.
Yeah. So it's interesting to say.
I'm
for
down.
sure.
Well, I know what I'm watching tonight, which
Oh, yeah.
actually takes me to another. You recommended something to me. I promise
Did I?
for next episode I will watch it and I'll bring it up. And I will watch Invincible. This is funny. We recorded last episode,
Yeah.
and before it came out, Giovanna comes to me and she's like, "Hey, I really want to watch Invincible," and I said, "Well, you've got me in a bind." So we're watching
Alright.
it now. So I haven't started yet,
Oh,
but
so
it's something
you
that's
haven't
gonna
finished it.
happen. I haven't started.
Oh,
it.
okay.
Because we did that and then we went to Texas. So, but let me give
Okay.
you something that I'm watching, and I highly recommend you watch this. It's called Too Hot to Handle. It's a Netflix reality TV show. Have you heard of it?
No.
It's horrible. It is
Okay.
such a bad reality TV show, but it's one of those trashy. Here's the thing. It was like last year when the pandemic started. There was this, Cody Ko and Noel Miller were doing a lot. You know them, right?
Mm-mm.
Cody Ko and Noel Miller they're two friends,
Okay.
much like you and I. They're just like me. They are YouTubers who do funny content. They have a musical group together called Tiny Meat Gang.
Wow.
They do pretty good music actually, and they also have a podcast, which is one of the top-rated podcasts on Patreon. It's called
Cool.
Tiny Meat Gang Podcast, I think, TMG Podcast.
Awesome.
So
Shout
yeah,
out, 'cause,
shout out to
not-
people
not
who
that they
didn't
need
need
it.
it. Yeah. They were doing a few videos on like reality TV and making fun of it and whatever, and they've talked about Too Hot to Handle as one of those reality TVs. They're just really bad, and it fails in a lot of ways, but they still, like, Cody and his girlfriend still ended up watching it, and I got
Okay.
curious, so I watched it with my girlfriend.
Is this a show where it's like a it's like a pairing, like
Close, you're close.
Okay.
It's basically, okay, so here's the premise. It's a reality TV show where you take all these bachelors and bachelorettes who are hot and sexy by
Okay.
I don't know whose standards, honestly.
I know what this is.
Yeah, you put them in an island, and then you tell them they can't have sex.
Mm-hmm.
And if they start kissing, heavy petting, or fucking, they start losing money from the prize. The whole point of the reality TV show, and I'm not going to spoil any season in case anyone wants to watch it, is to help them form deeper connections. It's more of a retreat and a rehabilitation than anything. Here's the interesting thing. The format does not work because you removed everything that makes reality TV interesting and tried to make a reality TV show out of it, right? So Giovanna hated season 1. I loved it because I'm a pussy, and I get really and it was so wholesome because it got really deep, and I started really enjoying it. Even though like it honestly got a little boring towards the end. It's about 10 episodes, 13 episodes. But here's the thing: season 2 is out. Giovanna and I started watching it, and my god, it's even worse. It's even worse, but like in the best way possible. You know what I mean?
Oh, gotcha.
Because now all of these bachelors, they don't give a fuck. So it's like there's a lot of problems with this reality TV show, like surrounding the rules. You know what I mean? So these people, they don't give a shit. There's barely any money left on the pot. They keep fucking up. You know what I mean? And in season 1, they had all these workshops, and if you were like a good boy, you could go on dates with people that you like were attracted to form deeper connections. That hasn't happened at all, and there's like 6 episodes left or something. I still have not seen any of the couples like make any connection whatsoever.
Damn.
Fucking I've seen fucking hand jobs, some dude jerked off, like it's a mess, it's chaos. And then I'm sitting here and I'm like, the problem is that the rules don't make sense, and they started voting people off, which is something they hadn't done before because some of them weren't progressing or whatever. But they're not voting people off of the show, because in season 1, one of them left because he felt like he didn't connect to anyone, but he was honestly like, I felt like he was the one who left with a lot of knowledge from this, and the others who stayed there, who didn't like find a partner in the show, they just ended up taking the workshops and working on themselves and bettering themselves as human beings. So the show format works, right? This time it feels like the same thing's happening. There's a lot of people who aren't interested in the other people, so they're kind of playing it solo. But it's also funny because then the show doesn't have a lot of storylines for them. Like there's this and this is a slight spoiler for season 2, but there's this Florida girl from Fort Lauderdale. She doesn't have a lot of screen time because her attitude is like, I don't like any of these boys or any of these girls, so I'm just gonna do my own thing, you know?
Okay.
But that doesn't mean she's not playing the game. They vote her off, and I'm like they don't even vote her off. They just remove her from the show, and it's like this heartfelt moment. And I'm like, that doesn't make any sense because there are people in this show who are actively sabotaging the show. Right? This is supposed to be about becoming better people. You had no problem with having a drama-free season 1. Why don't you remove the people who are like adding tensions to the group, or the ones who keep breaking rules? You have rules, they keep breaking. Get them off the show, right? These people, give them a chance to find themselves. Maybe as the show progresses and more workshops appear, they will meet other people. No, they just vote her off. They just get off the show. And I'm like, that's crazy. They got her off the show on the simple premise that she did not have enough screen time. But like, I didn't edit this. You edited this, bro. You know? So it gets... Yeah?
How does the voting... So they just slammed it into season 2.
They just slammed it into season 2 out of nowhere. They said, there's this robot that shows up. She's like a fucking iPad. And she'll be like... or like a Google Home, I guess, and she'll be like, I'm very mad at your progress, so I am applying a new rule. I am now going to remove 2 people for the benefit of the group. It goes bam, bam, and just gets them out. I'm not gonna say who the other person was, but I was just like, what? It was crazy.
What counts as progress? Is it just like what
finding a partner in the show, and then attempting to form a deep emotional relationship with that person?
how does robot calculate that? Don't
It
robots
just
not
cameras are
have-
just all over the place 24/7. So I guess there's
Okay.
people behind the robot who are just
Yeah, most likely.
But it's just like, so like here's the thing. Here's where I start getting like crazy at this show. And I'm loving it. I'm hating it, but I can't stop watching it at this point. Like they really have me by the teeth right now. If you start voting people off the show, or like removing people from the show because they're not forming deep emotional connections, isn't that just instigating people to make fake relationships? Because now it's like, if I don't find a partner and I try my hardest, I'm gonna get out of the show. I'm not
Right.
getting any money. So
Yeah,
now it's not a
gonna be
genuine.
dishonest.
Yeah. So it's like, come
Holy
on,
shit.
man. And then there's this guy, for example. This dude was like, I'm gonna jerk one off. They've never done. They didn't do this in season 1. They're just doing it in season 2. He jerks off, and like everything you do costs money. A kiss is $3,000.
Jesus.
I think sex is 10, and I don't know what. And some girl grabbed the guy's dick like under the covers at night, and that was like $4,000. Here's the thing: he masturbated to completion, and it only cost him $2,000. So that means that he can release and they're supposed to be there without jerking off, without anything for 3 weeks, which obviously is supposed to make them,
Yeah.
horny.
Yeah.
He jerked off and has set himself, like he has reset his like emotional horniness, and it only cost him $2,000. He now has an edge over everyone else in the fucking game.
Yeah, he does.
That's insane. And it was only 2,000. Like it should be more. I'm not saying get him off the show. I'm saying it should cost more money to rub yourself to completion. That is insane. How is a kiss
Said, "Watch
only
this
3?
pro strat, dude."
Yeah, man.
Check this out.
Check this shit out, bro. Are you kidding me? Like, a kiss is $3,000 and it just adds more tension. Heavy petting is $4,000 to $5,000 and it adds more tension. But jerking off, that's 2.
Only
You're
2K.
good. And immediately after this, for the record, they gave them this challenge, him and his girlfriend, or not his girlfriend. There's also a problem with this show, and it's that it likes to act like these people have been together for 2 years, and everyone's spoken for each other, and it gets complicated. Because on the one hand, there's a character on the show that is like, oh, I'm getting jealous because the girl I like keeps talking to other men, right? But then he wants to talk to other girls, and there's this big, like, a lot of the drama and the plot of this season is them. But on the other hand, there are other characters where I'm like, okay, this relationship that you quote unquote are trying to build is entirely based on the fact that you're both really horny. And then he'll go and he'll talk to another girl and get flirty and whatever, and then she's like, oh, but you were mine. And I'm like, and like there's a narrator on the show, and then she'll be like, and I'm not saying the girl can be jealous, I'm just saying, why is the narrator implicating that he's like a really bad guy or that she's a really bad girl because they're both like flirting with other people, and because they're spoken for? They're not spoken for. Sure, they sleep on the same beds, but there's like 6 beds, They're not in a relationship. They're just horny. Nothing has been put on the table. They haven't even done any dates because, again, they haven't done any emotional progress, right? And we're 10 episodes in. They haven't done any dates. They haven't done any, I think we're 6 episodes in. I don't know how deep I am. They haven't done any dates. They haven't done any workshops that were successful. Like, why do you keep referring to these 2 characters as a couple when they're not? They're clearly not. So the show has all of these logistical, like, it's just so messy right now. I don't think they planned on season 2 going this way. I love it so much. There's so much drama. And like, if you have a chance, my dude, watch season 2. It's so good. It's so good.
I think I know what show this is now. Yeah, isn't there in season 1? Isn't there like a guy? He's like, oh, this is gonna be very hard for you to like
No,
his
no, 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 no.
girlfriend or
That
some shit like
that is a different one. That's Love
Oh, it's a different
Island.
show? Okay.
That's Love Island. That's the one Cody watches all the fucking time with Noel. That's even worse because it's couples that go in and then they get tempted, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that one's fucked up.
Okay.
Yeah, that one's fucked up. That one's really
Is that one
fucked
also
up.
on Netflix or is it somewhere else?
That's I don't know where that is, but that's like
Okay.
anti Too Hot to Handle. You know what I mean?
Oh, gotcha.
Too Hot to Handle has whores trying to make them into like meeting people and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And Love Island has people who are in a stable relationship and trying to whore them out.
Yeah, exactly.
So
Okay.
yeah, Love Island is twisted. This show has the
Pretty
best
fucked up, yeah.
intentions. It's just not working. And I love it. I love it so much. And then they introduced. I felt like finally we were getting somewhere. And then they introduced 2 new people who didn't even know they were on Too Hot to Handle.
What?
So they're going on the premise that it's a different show, and they start breaking up the couples. You know.
Oh,
And I'm
fuck.
just like, oh my god. So
Okay.
then they tell them, but there's already all this drama because all the boys were tempted or whatever.
Mhm.
And then they're like, oh, well, whatever. We don't have 6 days of... they haven't lost $27,000 because they were fucking around. They just got here. So then they just start making out. So now they're just losing more money. And it's just like, you can't just do that. And it's funny because that's the same episode where Lana, the AI, gets mad and starts voting people off. But I'm just like, okay, if the straw that broke the camel's back was that these 2 new characters you brought in were making out, then why'd you bring 2 new people in who don't have the context? After breaking so many rules, eventually the group dynamic shames you, which makes sense. Like if like imagine if you and I and a few of our friends were playing this game and I kept fucking up on purpose for selfish reasons. Eventually, maybe at first it'll be funny, but eventually you're gonna look at me and be like, dude, stop. And I'll be like, you're right, I'm sorry. We're friends now. We've been, even if we're strangers, after like a week being together, we're gonna become friends.
Mm-hmm.
But then if 2 new people come in, it just resets the whole dynamic. They don't give a fuck.
Yeah.
So like the whole show is just this clusterfuck.
They're fresh and it's a different mindset.
Yeah. It's so good. Season 2 is a whole nother play. It's another whole nother ballpark. So yeah,
What's the
Too
show
Hot to
called
Handle.
again?
Too hot to handle. Yeah.
Okay.
Just skip season 1
Yeah, entirely.
entirely. Yeah.
So
You
wait,
know
is
what?
season 1? Do they have the same?
It's different people, obviously.
Different
Same
people, okay.
same
Okay.
same dynamic. In fact, they invite people in as well because it was
Okay.
going so good that I invited 2 people to tempt them. And I'll just spoil it right now. So like, if you want to skip ahead, audience, skip ahead 10 seconds. But all the couples that are formed in season 1, they break up at the end of the show, anyways. Like after the show aired. So there you go.
I see.
That didn't work.
Well, yeah.
Anyways, so that's Too Hot to Handle. What a show,
Alright.
man.
I can't say I will watch it, but you know what? Yeah, I'll watch it just to tell
watch,
you my experience.
Yeah, it's something to talk about for the podcast.
Yeah.
Anyways,
God, I think the last reality TV I watched was like Robin Big.
Robin Big was
Big
good.
was the shit. Yeah.
That shit was good.
And a little bit of Jersey Shore, but I wouldn't follow up on it.
Yeah.
It would just
I
come
used
up.
to watch Robin Big all the time. Yeah.
Oh, Robin Big was the shit.
And I'll tell you one. I used to watch A Shot of Love with Tila Tequila with Colonel.
I remember that.
That shit was crazy.
Yeah. Wasn't that? No. The one I'm thinking of is yeah, she has a show, but there's one with
The guy from
the singer
Poison?
from yeah, him.
Brett Michaels. A Shot of
Brett
Love with Brett
Michaels.
Michaels. Or it's
Yeah.
Rock of Love. That's what it's called.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
Yeah. And then there's A
Um,
Shot of Love with what's the clock guy? Flava Flav. That
Flava
was the
Flav,
weirdest
yeah.
one.
That one was crazy with New York. Remember New York?
Oh my god.
Is that crazy? He was fucking nuts, dude.
Yeah, those were the realities I saw. So I'm not a reality guy, but yeah.
No, yeah, me neither. But Robin Big I would watch a lot. And then there was
Robin
another
Big.
one called Nitro Circus.
Nitro Circus. That was like
Yeah.
the sequel to Robin Big.
A little bit, yeah.
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 It went
was
from
just a bunch of. It was kind of like Safe Jackass a little bit.
yeah. And what was the one that was Robin Big, but like they did it at Rob Dyrdek's like warehouse?
Oh.
Jamie, pull that up.
Jamie, please. Pull it up, please. Fuck, I don't remember the name.
Isn't
but
it like
I know
Rob
what you're talking
Dyrdek
about.
escaped from Guantanamo Bay?
No,
Rob
it
Dyrdek.
sounds pretty close though, but it's not that.
Rob Dyrdek
Escape from Guantanamo Bay.
shows. All right. Fantasy Factory.
That's what it is.
That's
Yeah,
what it
yeah.
is?
It's fantasy. Yeah, yeah. That's his office or whatever, and it's like this fucking giant skate park inside, and it's like he has like an office on the corner.
And they are fucking slammed the basketball at the girl's face.
Oh, yeah.
That was fucked up. That was a good show.
It wasn't. They were playing dodgeball.
Yeah, and she was just walking
But
by.
she got slammed once, and they were like, "Oh, damn, sorry." She's like, "It's all right, it's fine." And then,
And then they slammed
again. She's like, "Fuck this," and walks out. That's fucking beautiful.
And then they did Ridiculousness.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ridiculousness sucks.
Yeah, it's all right.
My problem with Ridiculousness is that it's not Rob. It's the same problem I have with Tosh.0. It's just there's
you're saying,
nothing
like,
wrong with
it's,
Tosh. It's just that format does not work on television.
Right. I see what you mean. Yeah. Like it's literally not him. He seems out of character, out of place.
But I mean, Tosh. I didn't like Tosh.0 either.
Tosh.
I think
Tosh
Tosh is a
rough.
funny dude. I guess the problem is that the show. I just feel like you can't have a TV show where you just watch viral clips. It's just not a good show.
Yeah. Because
Not on TV.
I wonder who chooses those. I wonder if it's like a team or if they actually choose them.
Oh, can you imagine
You know
doing
what I mean?
research for that?
I'm almost Jesus Christ.
Oh my god.
Because you probably get like imagine being like either Rob or Tosh where you have to
Oh
go.
my god.
You think this is funny? Like this clip? You think this clip is funny and you want me to air it and
Okay.
say something about it?
Here we go.
Right.
I feel like Tosh had it harder. 'Cause I feel like
Mhm.
maybe it's easier to make Rob laugh.
Mm.
No offense to Rob.
can see
Tosh
that, yeah.
always seemed jaded on that show.
Yeah.
Oh god.
Uh,
Yeah, that was tough. But anyways, so Texas. I went to
how was
Texas.
that?
Oh, so much fun, man. First time in Texas ever. So have you been there?
Me? No, I was born there, but
No.
I've never been there.
You were born in right, military
Yeah.
base stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah. Where in Texas were you born?
Killeen.
Where?
Killeen.
Baleen?
KILLEE. And so like
Killeen.
killing, but Killeen.
Ah, got it. Killing clean. Got it.
Yeah.
Beautiful. Okay, cool. Okay. That's like north or
I have no idea. It's
No idea.
it's obviously near Fort Hood. It's like the
Fort where?
biggest-
Fort Hood?
Yeah,
There's a lot of
Fort-
forts in fucking
in Texas.
yeah.
Yeah. There's a couple. But Fort Hood is like the army base.
Got it.
Yeah.
Okay,
It's
cool.
like one of the
cool,
biggest
cool.
ones or whatever.
That's cool. Well, yeah. I was at Dallas, Fort Worth area. That's what I said. Fort Hood or Fort Worth. I was just whatever.
No, Fort Hood. Yeah.
Got it. Yeah, I was at the Fort Worth, Grapevine, Dallas area, and I had a blast. I fucking loved every second of it. I felt something that made me a little sad is that I felt like the people of Texas, the Republicans especially, there's a lot less. I feel like a lot less divides us than unites us. You know what I mean? Like as people.
Okay.
Because like I remember we would rent like an Uber rides or we would just meet people at like the hotel.
Mhm.
And we would talk and it was great. They were such friendly, nice people.
Mhm.
And there was always like this one thing they would say. And I'd be like, okay, I understand that, probably we could never be friends. Because if you knew my political ideologies, if you knew my gender identity, if you knew my sexual preference, you probably would not. Orientation, sorry. Yeah. It's a shame.
But aren't they red? Aren't they like a red state?
They're very red, but Dallas is very blue. Does that make sense?
Oh, okay, yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah.
That sucks.
But it was great people. I just had that moment of clarity where I was like, I remember being at the hotel and Fox News was on 24/7, and every so often I would walk by the lobby, and the headline would be, crime rates are skyrocketing. They are all Democratic states are the highest crime, and I'm like, man, I feel like you're instigating a very us versus them mentality. There's like a racist undertone to this, and I guess that ultimately whoever watches and agrees with this would probably feel the same way, And it
I
sucks.
only know one person in Texas.
Who's that besides Lexi?
Oh, I didn't know she was in Texas.
No, not Lexi Ryan. Lexi.
No.
Yeah.
Yeah. I had no idea. Do you know someone named Toast?
Toast. Oh, they're so cool. Toast has never noticed me though. I've followed Toast since.
I don't really talk to him too much, but yeah.
I think it's them. I'm not sure.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
I haven't really talked to them in a while.
Yeah.
Like, God, in a very long time. But
I feel like maybe we exchanged glances. That's about it.
Okay.
But great person.
He's a cool person,
yeah. Yeah, I love it. But
a cool person. Sorry, I'm bad at this.
It's hard, but it's the thought that counts. Trust me.
Yeah, I'm trying.
Yeah. I did not know Toast was from Texas. Okay.
Yep.
Well, yeah. Lexi's from Texas as well, and we actually met for the first time after like being friends.
Oh
for,
shit!
like,
Actually, never mind. I lied.
You knew this. You saw the pictures.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Stupid.
I just remembered. Yeah.
You're so silly. You silly goose.
I just couldn't process it. I don't know.
Yeah. But Texas was great, man. I arrived Puerto Rican and I left Cowboy.
Nah, nice.
I bought the boots. I bought the hat.
I saw.
And I would have bought the belt buckle had it not been too expensive. I swear to God.
How much
I would
was
have. I mean, belt buckles were probably around the 200 mark, but the boots were already 180. Hat I paid $40 for. Yeah. But hats were there like $200, $300, and I'm like, oh my God,
Damn, dude.
Yeah, I went to the there's this place in the Fort Worth area called the Stockyard, which is like a very old-timey town. Like it emulates like the Wild West a little bit. It's got like saloons, it's got like horseback riding, and like every day they will move cattle from one place to another through the main street, and a lot of people gather there from all around the world to just watch that happen. Yeah. So that's where I got the hat and stuff. But the boots there were just like fucking. So I got the boots somewhere else, and that's how I got the fit. But I had a lot of fun. We went to the Stockyard. We went all through Grapevine, which is right next to the airport. And they had a theater there. I sent you a picture that they were showing Top Gun.
Yeah.
I
remember that.
We went to Dallas with Lexi, and we went to an area called Deep Ellum, which is like 5 or 6 streets. Maybe that's too many. It's like 4 or 5 streets of just bars and clubs and shit.
Oh, cool.
Really cool stuff. Amazing music. Amazing people. It was like a very. I don't know if it was just the streets I was in, but there was like a lot of like black culture in those streets, and that's not something I'm used to because Puerto Rico doesn't really have that. So like you could tell from the music, you could tell from the bars and just everything. And I was like, man, this is really cool.
That's so.
It's very rich and like in black culture with the jazz and there's like rap bars, and it was like, fuck yeah, hip hop. I love this.
Nice.
So that was really cool. Never really experienced anything like that. We almost died of a heat stroke at
Yeah.
the botanical garden.
Jesus.
It was tough. It got hot. I didn't think it was gonna get that hot. I mean,
is
yeah,
hot,
it's
dude.
Texas.
Yeah.
I know, but like, damn, it got hot.
Yeah. Texas, it's pretty hot.
And Giovanna and I have this really bad habit of just going on adventures and never taking water.
Oof.
We went to Survival Beach in Puerto Rico. You know where that is?
I feel like I've been there. The
Yeah?
name sounds familiar.
I haven't
but
shown you the hiking video. I'll show it to you after the podcast.
No.
So I recorded this video of the adventure. We got lost. We got lost, and we were pretty much without water for about 2 hours at the beach under the sun hiking, and it was great. I thought I was gonna die. And then you'd think we'd learn your lesson, but we continue to not learn our lesson.
Yikes.
So yeah, we were at that botanical gardens. I'm like, how bad can it be? It's a botanical gardens. Little did I know.
But is
and-
it I'm assuming it's not hot as in like humid hot. It's like hot because
No, it's just the sun.
blazing onto
Yeah.
your fucking
Right on your fucking
head.
scalp. Yeah.
Yeah.
The hat helped a lot. I'm not gonna lie to you.
Dope. It
Fucking-
actually has a purpose.
Yeah, I see it. It was hot as fuck, man. Because like the humid heat in Puerto Rico is a little. It's strange because sometimes it's tolerable because it's humid, but sometimes it's suffocating because it's humid. Right?
Yeah,
It just
yeah.
depends.
Like, all you feel is just hot air.
Yeah.
It sucks.
But man, it was tough. And what else did I do?
I only felt that dry heat once in my life, and it sucked a lot. And it was
Where's that? Dubai?
I went to Dubai. Yeah.
Yeah. How was that?
It was ass.
It was ass.
Well, yeah, it was ass. It was hot as hell, but it was only for like one day. And I
You were
was
in
like,
Dubai
awesome.
one day.
No. When we were outside, like
You were
'cause we went to
outside
the
of
dunes
you were outside of shelter for one day,
for one day. Yeah.
and you felt like you were in Spec Ops: The Line.
Yeah. Straight up.
Well, you never told me about that Dubai trip.
Really?
I feel like it was weird because there was a moment in our lives where you said, "Yeah, I'm going to Dubai," because you were maybe gonna live there, and then next thing I knew, you were telling me, "Oh, I went to Dubai," and I was like, "Cool." You came back? It's like, yeah. And I was like, okay, and that was it.
Oh, okay. So yeah, so there were plans for us to live over there, but the company that my dad was working in, they shifted operations from Dubai to Pakistan,
Oof.
and we were like, nah, we're good.
Where?
But
Nah.
yeah. But we did go to visit because he was over there for like 2 years.
Your dad, right?
Yeah. He was over there for like 2 years, so we had to go. We had to go visit, for moral support and whatnot.
Of course.
And it was a blast. It was great.
Really fun. Is it very Western?
No, not at all. It's very modern, actually.
Yeah, that's what I meant. Like I meant Western, like.
Oh, okay. I thought you meant Western as in cowboy pew
Yeah,
pew.
sorry.
You know.
Yeah. No. I meant like modern. Yeah.
Yeah, it is. Very friendly people as well. You can leave your door open in your house and nothing would happen.
Really?
Yeah, because any crime there is frowned upon really hard. Like, really hard.
Right.
Like, if you steal something, they'll chop your hand off and blah, blah, blah. And all
Really?
that cultural thing, yeah.
They'll literally do that.
Yeah, they will.
So it's
If
Western in
you're-
some ways.
In some ways, yeah. It is a main tourist spot, so everything's a little more lax than the rest of the
Right.
Emirates.
Right. Of course, I
Um,
figured.
Yeah. There's still a couple rules that like, oh, you can't hold hands with with your wife or anything like that, or if you talk to someone, you have to, like, if there's like a husband and a wife and you're talking to them, you are talking to the husband. You do not address the wife,
Right.
like, at all.
That's tough, man.
Yeah, that's crazy. Great, what's that called? I don't want to say buildings, but like
Architecture.
Yeah,
Great buildings. Yeah, that's
amazing.
the 2-year-old way to saying it.
Yeah, great buildings. The Burj Al Khalifa, it's like the tallest building in the world.
Mia Khalifa?
Yeah, Mia Khalifa.
Cool.
It's really big. It's really big.
That's cool.
We went to the Dubai Mall. It's like 4 floors or some shit like that. It's
Okay.
like 4 floors. There's an aquarium inside. There's a skating rink inside.
Damn.
Everything's organized in sections. So, like, let's say you want to go to, I don't know, some electronic shop. It's all...
There's just
it's
one whole
all that-
area.
Yeah, that's all electronics. And then there's a whole
That's
other area
interesting.
for clothes.
Do you feel like you got special treatment because you were American?
I don't know. That's a good question. I think everyone was just nice. I don't know if it's a possibility though. It is
Okay.
possible because I'm, you could look at me and they would go, yeah, he's a foreigner.
Yeah.
Like, for sure.
Okay, that's interesting.
But yeah, I didn't feel any special treatment. There were weird, there were other weird, like, I guess not rules, but just things that I wasn't used to. Like, in this one scenario, I was done eating. I forget what we were eating, but I was done eating. It was like some sort of candy shop or something. I don't know.
Okay.
So I finished eating what I was having, and I went to take out, like, to throw it away, because I don't know, I'm just like that. Once I'm done eating fast food or whatever, you take it to the trash. That's
normal. That's a pretty normal thing.
The person there was like, no, stop, I got it, and I'm like, oh, okay, all right, hey, okay,
Oh,
you
boy.
got it, okay. Like, yeah, like,
Sweat.
I think it's like a customer service thing. Like, they
Got
really
it.
wanted to show
Got
that they, so maybe there was some, like, special treatment a little bit in there.
Okay.
But yeah, no. But the people that I met that, they weren't like they were locals.
Right.
They were amazing, dude. We went to a park. I don't remember the park name. But we went there. It was all of my dad's friends from work.
I hit the mic.
And-
Sorry. Yeah.
No, you're good. It was friends of my dad's, and they had family members and whatnot over there.
Of course.
And I was just chilling, and they were just playing soccer, and I was just kind of minding my own business, sitting next to my dad. And they all came up to me, and they were like, "Hey, you want to play soccer?" I'm like, "Sure, yeah, let's do it." Like, it was so unexpected, like, so friendly and so, I don't know, wholesome, I guess.
Right.
It was nice. It was
I'm
really
sorry.
nice.
I'm having trouble picturing you running around a field.
I know, right?
You ran?
I ran a little bit. Yeah, I ran a little bit, but
briskly walks for the most part.
yeah.
That's
exactly.
crazy. Yeah, I'd never picture you running anywhere.
Running, right? Yeah.
Have you ever ran in your life?
I have, yeah, of course.
Did you fall and traumatize yourself?
No.
I see.
I've fallen before, yeah.
So I've never seen you
But-
run, never.
Yeah, I know. I hate running.
Oh.
Sucks. You ever been running?
I jog all the time, yeah. You remember when Salamang used to make fun of the way I ran because of my feet?
I don't
Because I would
remember
kick
that,
used to kick my feet out like a fucking clown.
no. Really?
Yeah, so then when the Joker movie came out and Joaquin Phoenix did that, I was like, validation.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Which, for the record, they were supposed to use a stunt double for those scenes, but they simply could not find anyone who ran like Joaquin Phoenix. So they just whatever. They said whatever.
Should have just gotten you. You imagine?
Yeah.
They would've switched
No!
you out.
Oh,
It's like a taller, lankier Joker
I'm the Joker, baby.
running, just for the running scenes.
That's really cool though that she went to Dubai.
Yeah.
Where'd you stay?
That was years ago. Oh, I stayed at my dad's apartment.
Gotcha.
So it was like paid for the company and shit.
Right.
But it was near the
heart.
the Burj Al Khalifa,
Got it.
like the tallest building.
incredible.
Where else did I go? The mall, Burj Al. Oh, I went to the mosque, but we went to Abu Dhabi for the mosque.
Okay.
That was the most peaceful experience I've probably ever had. It's really something else. I don't really believe in any of that stuff, to be honest. But or I'm more of an agnostic. Like I kind of shrug.
Kind of same.
But that, when you step in, it's just so. There's a certain aura. and
Really.
it's silent, and it's like, damn, this really is like a holy spot I'm in. Like you could feel it.
Wow.
It was really interesting. Yeah,
That's
It was quite the
incredible.
experience.
Because
Yeah.
I went to the Vatican and I felt the opposite.
Really.
Yeah. Maybe God is Muslim. I don't know.
Maybe.
I went to the Vatican and I wanted to kill myself. It was such a horrible place. There's so many fucking people
Really?
in such a small area. I felt like I was making a line for a Disney ride that had like a 4-hour wait period, and then when I finally arrived at the ride, it lasted 2 minutes, and I went home. I didn't even get to see no fucking like. It was. I mean, hey, the roof was pretty.
Mhm.
I guess Michelangelo did a good
Alright.
job, but I did not feel any closer to God like that. Like that's a really interesting.
It was crazy. Like
that's crazy. Yeah.
I made it there. We had
For
to
the
take
record,
off our
I
shoes.
also went to La Sagrada Familia in Spain. Felt the same way, but
Really.
less stressed because there was no 400 people wait queue to fucking enter the goddamn fucking church. You just walked in the church, looked at some funny statues, walked out. I'm like, great.
Okay.
I'll try a mosque.
Yeah, sure. Or at least the one I went to. I don't know.
That's really.
I don't know
cool,
about the
man.
other mosques.
That's really interesting.
But we got there. We had to take our shoes off. I think we had to clean off our feet as well.
Right.
And yeah, there was a line because it is a tourist spot and whatnot.
Right.
But everyone was quiet,
It's
and
amazing.
respecting, and like, yeah, it was just nice. It
You got
wasn't
any
hot
pictures of
either.
that?
It was a nice day. Yeah, I got pictures. I think they're in a hard drive somewhere, but I'll send them to you at some
That'd be
point.
nice. That'd be nice.
Yeah.
I'll send you mine. I don't think I sent you my Texas once.
Hell yeah. But anyways, enough about Dubai. That happened like years ago. Tell me more about Texas.
Right. So, I mean, pretty much sums it up. I had a lot of fast food. I had Chick-fil-A for the first time. That's a funny story, dude. You ever had
Did you like
Chick-fil-A?
Yeah. Yeah. It's
Oh
yeah.
my god. So okay, so Giovanna was there for a dance competition, right? Belly dancing is taken very seriously in Texas, which is really cool. And not just in Texas, in the United States.
Yo, you just reminded me. I have a video of a belly dancer that I could send to her actually.
Oh, perfect. Maybe
From
she even
Dubai,
knows who it is.
I don't know. I don't know about that, but we'll see.
You'd be if she's slightly famous, you'd be surprised. There's like a Thai
I
community.
Have no idea.
But what is that sound? Is it raining? It is raining. So Giovanna takes classes with Diana Soto, which is one of the biggest, if not the biggest, Puerto Rican belly dancer.
Okay.
There's like, I'd say about, that comes to my mind, and I don't know a lot about this. There's like 3 other names that come to my mind. And 2 of those are on Diana Soto's team pretty much, which is Mia Shauri and Diana Soto. They're close, they work together. And Giovanna is a teacher in her school. She's taken classes for years with her, and that school, Diana moved to the States, and she they were doing this show in Texas called Yahala Y'all, which they do every year. They sadly stopped this year, but like they're done with it. They're gonna do something else now. But yeah, Yahala Y'all, and yeah, that's a play on words. and Giovanna's school was sent over to participate, to like dance and whatever. So I'm not sure where I was going with this story. Right, so they were rehearsing. There were 2 specific days where Giovanna was just not going to be around because she was rehearsing. One of those days she was going to rehearse in the morning, so she was like, go and explore the city or the town, And I was like, sure. And she left and I went back to sleep. So
Nice.
the next day it was in the afternoon, and that's the day I just went to hang out with Lexi all day, and then we picked her up, and then we hung out the afternoon with us 3.
No.
So until like 12 a.m. So that day that she was gone in the morning, I wake up and she texts me like almost immediately after, hey, I just got out. We're getting fast food. We're getting Chick-fil-A. Do you want anything? And I'm like, yes. Also, that place is highly homophobic, and I start just reading everything,
Yeah.
and telling her all of that stuff, and he tells me that she's just sitting there at Chick-fil-A, and she's slowly sinking into her chair. While Diana is telling her all these amazing things about how it's so good and this and that, and I'm on the flip side being like, horrible place, donates money against anti-abortion, and she's just like totally like in this rock and a hard place.
Yeah.
But she orders the food, she eats it, and she's like, holy fuck. And I'm like, we'll see. So she arrives at the hotel and she goes to take a shower, and while I'm doing that, I just bite into the burger. And I felt like that scene from Doctor Strange where they just sent his body out of his soul out of his body and he started flowing. Holy fuck. Is that made with like gay tears or something? Why is it so good?
Yeah, probably is.
Holy shit.
They torture gay people and use tears to fry their chicken.
Dude. I didn't think it was gonna be better or that different from Popeyes. It was really good, and I feel like Cornell was like, it's good. It was. I'm not impressed.
Gabriel fucking blew my mind a couple of days ago because I think it was yesterday.
Yeah.
Because he was like, oh, it's just Wendy's, but
as I said, it's like Wendy's. I'm fucking what?
I'm
What?
like, dude, you're
What
crazy.
is that palate? That palate of yours it's disgusting.
Though he was saying yesterday, like, oh, I've been eating hot dogs for like 2 years. I'm like, that probably explains a lot, bro. Like,
There's just no taste buds left.
Yeah.
Oh my god. So no, it's incredible. That shit's amazing.
Dude, it's pretty good. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a little expensive, on the expensive side for fast food.
Yeah, I suppose. Yeah.
And not a lot either. I'm almost never like I could always have like another bite.
Right. Yeah,
Chick-fil-A.
I felt it. Yeah. But good overall.
Good. Yeah.
I also had Jack in the Box. I liked that a lot more than I thought I would.
Okay. Dope.
Yeah.
What'd you have?
I had a burger, like a meal that had burger, tacos, and like churros and shit.
Shit. Okay.
Really enjoyed that a lot more than I thought I would. Have you had that one?
Never had Jack in the Box. No, I don't think we have them here either.
It sounds disgusting, but then I had it. And I was like, okay, it's kind of up there with Chick-fil-A. I'm not gonna lie.
Dope.
We had Sonic, but I love Sonic. I'm a Sonic fan, and Sonic is mediocre. I know, but I just can't have enough.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't know if I've had Sonic.
Super good,
I feel like
but
I
it's
have.
not. There's nothing impressive about Sonic. I just like the tater tots, and that's it.
Oh, gotcha.
And we had a Whataburger, which was good.
Oh, Whataburger, yeah.
Yeah,
I've
Whataburger was
never
good.
had, but I've heard good things about it.
Yeah, it's good. It's good. It's like it's just not quite Chick-fil-A. Chick-fil-A really fucked me up, man.
Chick-fil-A, yeah. Well,
Yeah. Everything I ate after Chick-fil-A was like competing.
garbage.
I had restaurant like some beautiful steaks, and I was just
Oh,
like,
shit.
damn. And I would look at Joanna and be like, damn, Chick-fil-A though. Like it's crazy.
Chick-fil-A.
It was intense.
Texas known for their barbecue, and you're like, Chick-fil-A though.
Chick-fil-A though. Oh man.
Damn.
Oh, I did it.
Like,
Yeah.
barbecue and stuff like that?
Yeah. I had mostly steaks. We would
Mostly
have
steaks,
like red meat one day, and then tacos the next day, and then red meat the next day, and tacos the
okay.
next day. I had the best Mexican food I've had in my life.
Nice.
I got fucked up on margaritas. Totally
Nice.
fucking ruined my life. It was the House of Margaritas. That was the restaurant. Sorry.
Oh,
Well, it had a different name, but it was like the sub name was the House of Margaritas. And I'm like, okay, we'll have 2 margaritas. We'll have 2 frozen margaritas. And I half mine. I'm just drinking it. And Giovanna takes a sip, and she's like, I don't like it because she's not really into alcohol. I've known this my whole life,
Okay.
so it's fine. So she's like, well, I haven't known this my whole life. I've known this since I knew her.
Yeah.
So I mean, but like, you know, so she had a sip. She's like, I don't like it. It's like, okay, that's fine. I'll have it. So I finish mine and I give her my glass and I take hers, and I get this sudden shame and like this sudden self-consciousness that everyone's gonna look at my glass and be like, you haven't even touched your margarita and she finished hers. Do you not like it? And I'm like, no, I like it. I swear. I'm just, you know, but I don't want to throw her under the bus either. So I just said, you know what? I'm just gonna chug this. Right.
Oh.
So I just drank the whole thing, at least like halfway. It was a frozen one, and then later on I finished it at my own pace. But I got fucked up. And in my drunkenness, the waitress comes to me as I'm proposing my marriage to Giovanna because I'm totally wasted, you know. And I'm I'm just saying all the crazy shit I say when I'm drunk. I tell her I'll marry her and fucking, you know. Not that it's not true. It is true. But yeah, I embarrass her a lot when I'm drunk. So the waitress comes over and she goes, so it's last call for drinks and for food because we're closing. Do you want another margarita? And I said, how can I refuse? You know? And Joanna instantly, her eyes just dart over to me like, what are you doing? And I say, it's fine, girl, it's fine. It's all good. We bring the next margarita over, and then I didn't realize how last call she meant. She brought the margarita, and then they started closing. And I'm like, what?
Oh, damn.
And Giovanna's like, I told you. And I'm like, but... And then the waitress is like, so I'm leaving, but take your time. You know, you can go to the bar and drink it. And I'm like, oh, God. So I sit at the bar, and Giovanna's like, let's go, hurry up, I want to go home. And I'm like, fair enough, let me just... And I just chug that one, like, the whole way, dude. Oh my God.
And we lost him.
I dragged myself to the apartment, to the hotel. We just walked over to the hotel. We're walking down. There's this, like, couple of, like, women walking opposite of us, and one of them's drunk, and the one's holding her up, and she looks at us, she's like, she's really drunk. And I'm like, I'm drunk too. And then we just started high-fiving each other. Nice. Make it to the hotel, and I'm just hugging the toilet for about 4 hours, man. Like, Giovanna fell asleep, and she's like, are you good? And I'm like, I'm good. I never actually threw up because I'm fighting it, you know. Like, I'm not gonna throw up. I'm not gonna do this. I'm a big man. I'm a big boy. I got this, you know. And she's like, just let me know if you're okay. And I'm like, yeah. And I'm standing outside of the bathroom, and I'll go in, and I'll sit down, I'll walk back out, and I'll go back in, and I'll kneel, and I'll pray to God, and I'll stand back up. You know, I'm only really Catholic when I'm drunk. Or when something happens to someone and I feel bad. So
I remember that story. We were in a Discord call in a group chat. This was last year. And
oh no!
I think we were drinking or something. Like we were doing something, and all of a sudden you're just gone. You're just gone. And we're like, man, where the fuck's Jay? A couple hours pass.
Oh my God.
And you come back and you're like, guys, I fell asleep at the bathroom. Also, I prayed to God because I had to vomit right there. I'm like, fuck, dude. I don't remember what you had though.
That was the night of the. I think I've said the story before here. That's the night of the Bad Bunny thing.
Oh, he was streaming the.
And every time he'd be like, "Let's get another drink," I would get another drink, and I would just. And we were streaming the whole thing together and watching it. And
and your brother knocked, and he was like, "Are you okay?" And you're like praying or whatever.
Yeah, I just went to the bathroom, and I left the door open, and I was just on the toilet, fucking praying and groaning. And my brother walks in, and he's like, "You good?" Like, I'm going to die. Please don't let me choke on my own vomit. And he stayed there with me until I fell asleep.
Amazing.
He was a great guy, and I just remember waking up and my eyes open because I don't remember falling asleep. I just remember opening my eyes and I'm looking at the roof and I'm like, that's not my roof. And then I look at the floor, like I look to the side to the ground next to me, and I'm like, these tiles don't look like. Why am I on the floor? Oh, I'm in the bathroom. And then I just like drag myself to my feet. I look at my phone, and I see you're all still in the call. And I grab my headphones, and I'm like, I'm alive. And everyone went, ah!
Yeah, it was like a couple, like at least
that
an hour
was
or something.
Yeah, damn, that's crazy, man. That was a lot of fun.
that was
So I felt that way. That's exactly how I felt that day. And for the record, I did the same thing. I just recalled that moment. I said, you know what? I'm a pussy. And I stood up, and I just dropped on the bed, and I fell asleep. And when I woke up, I felt better. Yeah, crazy fun. And then the last thing I did that was awesome is we did an escape room for the first time. I've never done an escape room before.
Is that like a haunted house, but you have to...
It's not haunted. It's not supposed to be scary. It's just a room of puzzles, basically.
It's just like a challenge thing. Okay.
It's really big in Texas for some reason. And we went into one for free, and lucky us, it was a scary one, a horror one.
Horny one.
No, it was a horror one. So I was scared shitless. And it was funny because they had this stop. They have this like they have this person like a game master watching us through a camera.
A puzzle. Put your dick in the hole.
Stop. There's this game master watching us through a camera, and she can hear us and whatever. Okay. And I would keep going. I was like, I was laughing because I knew she could hear us, and we were so scared. Like every 2 seconds, there'd be like a scream like in through the speakers, and I just jump or whatever. We opened there. It was like a 2-room thing, so we finally finished all the puzzles in that first room, and we open the door in the closet that leads into a secret room, and Giovanna's like slowly inching her way in, and I'm like slowly sneaking in. I was like, just go. No, I think there's nothing in the room, and it's like a little dark. And there's this drain in like a sink, and there's a key in the drain, so you gotta reach in and grab the key, but there's like a fake trash compactor noise when you put your hand in there.
Okay.
And I put my hand in, it just like, and it started vibrating, and I jumped out, and then like every time I would reach in, it would do it again, and I'm trying to tell my brain it's just a sound, but my body will keep flinching. So that stupid thing took us like 5 minutes, and then she would try, Giovanna, and then I would try again, and we just couldn't grab it because we got too scared. Really funny. And there's only 3 hints you get, but then I guess that she felt so bad for us that at some point she just started giving us hints, like extra free hints, and we were like, thank you so much. There's like a TV, and it'll like write a message. And I remember at one point, like it just went like try and cross-reference this with that, and I'm like, thank you. And then we just stood there reading the hint and the thing, and I'm like, I still don't know what she means with that hint. And then the message changed to just like, I meant the green thing, happy face. And I'm like, oh my god. But we did pretty good. We couldn't finish it. We were like, we got to the last puzzle, and that's where we stopped. Like time ran out, and the timer runs out, and I instantly went. The whole premise is that we have to escape this house before this nurse comes back and kills us.
Okay.
So when the time runs out, I instantly go, please don't jump scare us, because I felt like something was gonna just jump out. And the lady, before I even finished that sentence, she walks in through the door, and she's like, I'm not gonna scare you. I'm not gonna scare you. So it was great. We had a lot of fun.
That's dope, dude. Hell yeah.
Yeah. That pretty much sums it up. That was the experience.
Texas.
Yeah, that was Texas. A lot of fun. Didn't get to shoot a gun, but it was on the table for a while.
Oh, you didn't? What happened?
Well, money. It was just a little too expensive.
Okay. Fair.
Yeah, there was one in where Lexi lived that she was trying to coordinate for us to go. But it was a little too far, and we had other stuff that I felt were more important on the docket. James, don't eat that. Thank you. And the one in Grapevine, which was closer, it was going to cost us about $130, and it was like a whole day thing because we had to take classes, and then we had to rent a gun, and then it was like an hour. It was like, it's like a lot of stuff.
Yeah.
So I was like, maybe next time, Texas.
Okay. Fair.
But it was a lot of fun. Yeah, I had a blast.
Hell yeah, dude. I should visit someday. Have a
you should, yeah. You should visit me, you bitch.
Oh yeah, that too. Yeah, I definitely want to go at least this year.
Yeah, we'll see.
For December.
I'm not counting on it.
Sure. All right.
Just know I have a trip on November. Okay.
Okay.
I'm going to Chicago in November. If your ass is here while I'm gone, I will never forgive you. That'll be the end of this podcast.
November. What day is November?
I'm not telling you. That's for the Young Bay concert.
Oh, really? You're...
Yeah.
Damn. Can I go?
Yeah. I can. Do you want to? You just gotta get the tickets.
Well, when is it?
It's
Well, I have to get my second shot for COVID, but that's happening next week, actually.
Oh, there you go. You can talk to us about that.
Sure. Yeah. Whenever that happens, which is next week, August 5th.
I think the tickets are sold out. It's at the Chicago House of Blues, but
Okay.
you could probably get them aftermarket. It's just gonna be more expensive. I paid like $35 for a ticket.
Oh wow, that's pretty cheap.
Yeah,
actually.
pretty cheap.
Is it just Young Bay or
Young
probably
Bay,
some
Mac
people opening?
Ross,
Okay.
I think Night Tempo, and someone else.
Oh, gotcha.
We're going the 27th, I think.
Okay.
Yeah. So I'll let you know what that's like too.
Dope. Hell yeah. Please do.
They're also going to New York, I think. So if you want to do that one, but that's in December.
New York.
City of Dreams.
That's one place I never want to visit. Actually,
You've never been to New York?
I
love New
I
York.
haven't been to any other state besides Florida.
That's crazy. I love New York.
I don't know.
New York is great, dude.
New York really just looks like the
Like
armpit
a dump?
of the country.
It's such a good place, man. I fucking love it.
Or like
man.
the asshole.
But I mean, I'm biased because all my family, like on my
Fair.
parents' side, there's a lot of people from Firth Amboy, so.
Yeah, that's fair. I don't know,
So
just
yeah, you have a new job.
new job. Yeah, I'm not
Yeah,
gonna
like-
get too much into.
Please tell
details.
us
Like, I won't
the
say
address,
name.
company
No,
name.
No.
Please state your full name on the docket, please.
No,
What is your
no.
boss's email so I can send him this episode?
God, don't do that. So yeah, just new job.
You happy?
Yeah, very much so. It's very chill. I have my own cubicle. I feel like I feel like I don't want to say a badass, but I feel good. I don't know. I feel like I'm doing something.
I like
It's
that.
nice. It's nice. But yeah, basically what I do is e-commerce listing. I just list stuff on something called Sellbrite, which is like a multi-channel thing for listing on eBay, Shopify, or whatever it's called.
Right.
I think Walmart as well. But yeah, I basically mess with computers pretty much, like laptops, like all day. It's nice. Nice pay. I get the weekends off. So yeah,
Nice.
it's really dope.
Then I like that you have a steady schedule too.
Yeah. It's a nice schedule too.
Yeah.
It's like 9:15 to 5:45. So I don't have to wake up like super fucking early or anything like that. I'm not
Right.
there all day either, so it's nice. Benefits. I dig it.
Well, I'm really happy to hear that, man.
Hell yeah.
I actually start
You have 2 jobs now.
yeah, I have 2 jobs now. Disgusting. And
That's
I
crazy.
start when do I start? Next week.
Your second?
The
job?
first one. The second job,
Oh.
I'm gonna talk about that with my boss.
Okay. But it's still teaching in both of those, right?
Yeah, still teaching.
Okay. How long have you been teaching now? It's been like a year or 2.
3
right?
years. This is my 3rd year.
Oh, 3 years. Wow.
Hate to see
Goddamn.
it. Hey, I met the love of my life. I can't
I mean,
hate
you're-
that.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I
don't
have
know.
money. It's good. It's good.
You're
Honestly.
making a career out of it.
Yeah,
think
I'm
you
making a
can-
career
yeah.
out of it. And the way I see it, it is something that I'm using to further advance the other hobbies. Not, I guess,
Yeah.
maybe not necessarily hobbies, but like the things that I want to do with my life,
Yeah,
musical
yeah.
or otherwise. So
Yeah, that's
which,
what I've been
you know.
telling Gabriel. Like, cause I think he just like finished or something.
yeah, he did. I told him to tell me when he's graduating. I want to go to the ceremony,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't even know if they're gonna do it present. Like,
Ceremony.
yeah, I think it's gonna be online.
Damn.
Sucks.
Yeah.
But yeah, I told him like he should probably try and get a job, and I told him
Yeah.
where he can go to build credit,
Mm-hmm.
easily and safely, because that's what I did.
Mhm.
I have pretty good credit, and it's, I guess the idea is get a credit card, but like if you get an insured credit card, or it's not insured, it's it is insured, yeah. Then those are a little easier to get because you just have to put the money in, and it approves instantly, pretty much.
Okay.
At this like credit union bank, and it just pretty much helped me a lot building credit, and you kind of need credit, so
Nice. Yeah, definitely.
yeah.
Definitely do.
And then from there on, I want him to just be good, So
Yeah. Yeah. He was Yeah, I was just telling him like, oh, just take the
Did you
job,
lag?
fund the things that you want to do with your job, and that's it.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't hear anything you said. You lagged, but I'm gonna say yeah, I agree.
Okay. Yeah.
No, just tell me what you said.
That's a perfect response, really. It really is.
I'm gonna
like
play it
all-
off.
all I said was I just told him to get a job and like fund the things that he likes to do.
Yeah,
With that job,
100%.
and that's it.
Yeah.
Actually, Carlos did or is gonna do something.
Shady.
That's quite yeah.
Uh-huh.
That's quite. It's a little unexpected, but it's really cool, and I approve of it so much.
What's that?
So he's leaving his current job.
Okay. Emancipation.
'cause-
We like that.
Because he talked to what's that called, commercial airline pilot,
Okay.
and he just like asked him one day, what's it take to be a pilot, and the pilot ended up giving his number to Shady, and now he's like considering going to pilot school and stuff like that.
Oh, I like
yeah.
that a lot. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Very nice. Happy for him.
Hell yeah, dude.
Let's get a round of applause. There we go. That's pretty shady. That's really cool. That's really cool.
Oh yeah, really dope.
For the record, I don't know if you applauded because Crisp is that good.
Yeah, I did, but
Yeah,
Crisp,
well.
yes, Crisp is strong. Just doesn't care.
Yeah.
Ah man.
That's
But
about it, I guess. About
Yeah.
sums up everything I
That covers it.
had. I feel like I'm missing something, but
Berserk was good.
Berserk.
I liked it.
Talk to me
I
about.
won't, yeah. You wanna keep going, or
No, let's keep going. Talk to me about. I
you
need
wanna
to
keep
know
going?
how you feel about Griffith now.
I hate him. Fuck that guy.
Did it hurt though?
It hurt.
Doesn't it hurt? It's just so.
It really hurt. He was such a good guy. And then he just goes and fucking does that. And I just hate him. I fucking hate him.
Oh my god! It's so good because he's. I don't think what I think people don't understand is that he's such a genuinely good person
Yeah.
from the beginning. Like there is no
Yep.
ulterior motive. I understand that he has a goal in life and that he will stop at nothing to get that, but I don't believe he was
That he would
using
stoop to
Casca or
that.
that he was using Guts. I
Yeah.
feel. In fact, I don't even think that he would stoop to that. I don't even think he thought he could stoop to that. It was just such an extreme situation, Like so much happened to him, so much was taken from him, and then at that point, I feel like I don't know,
Mm-hmm.
But in fact, like it's what I keep
Does
saying. I can
he-
even forgive the betrayal. It's the rape that's too much.
Yeah. That's just fucking crazy. Does
Yeah.
he blame Guts for what happened?
I think there's this implication because there. Okay, the thing is that what I remember, and I'm gonna talk about the manga. I feel like it's also shown in the anime and the movies, because they did a really good job of adapting it. But I don't remember anymore the movie or the manga because the last thing I read or did was I read. The movie or the anime because the last thing I did was read the manga. But I think they do a really good job at explaining or kind of hinting at the fact that Griffith is happy to see Guts initially, but as he sees Guts and Casca's interactions with each other, he starts feeling like he is not only someone who is pitied by everyone instead of admired, but he's also like not even Casca seems to care for him like she cares for Guts now. Does that make sense? Like he's been replaced in every single way. The Band of the Hawk adores Guts. The Band of the Hawk, Casca adores Guts. She's in love with Guts, and Griffith is just this frail person who is meant to be taken care of now. And it's not that they love him or they don't love him. Is that I guess there's this moment of like, oh, that's how it is now. Sorry, you know, and yeah, I mean. I mean, I'm telling you, I don't think his intention was to do any of that. It just kind of happened, and then he capitalized on it.
I see.
And it sucks. It hurts so much because he's. I'm telling you, what I tell everyone, what you said, he was such a good guy. He really was.
He's a good guy, but then he does that. It's like, man.
And I just want to know why, you know?
Yeah.
I want to know why. I just want to talk to him, and I need to know why he would do that. But even in the manga, there's so many moments where people are like, why? And he's like, you know why, bitch. And then he leaves, and I'm like, no, I don't. That doesn't even sound like you. You know?
Fuck, dude.
Like
maybe he's not even the same person.
That's a theory I held on to for a long time, that it's not the same person. But I don't know, because I feel like at the same time maybe that's what the work is trying to do, is trying to gaslight you. It's like this whole like, you know, like it's trying to make you, because there's this character. I feel like I reached clarity when Pinpin. You know, Pinpin is the kid who survives. The blacksmith. No, he's not the blacksmith kid. He's like the youngest kid in the Band of the Hawk, and he's the only one who wasn't at the eclipse.
Yeah.
So, yeah. So he makes it. He's the one who makes the Dragon Slayer sword for Guts. He is the one who, or not him. It's his dad. Like there's this whole arc for him. You know. There's a moment really deep into the manga where he goes on a journey because Griffith unifies all of the demons in the human armies in this weird, like, it's this weird moment where like everyone's working together, and it like apostles and demons no longer hate humans because, you know, they can see benefits on working with them, and humans no longer, you know, there's just like understanding that you guys are weird or you guys are maybe beneath us, but we can work together, we can live together, we don't have to kill each other moment. And they unite to fight this other invading army that also has an apostle, but they're like seen as much worse, and Griffith's army is seen as the hero's army, you know, because Griffith is reborn into his human flesh halfway through the manga, and he just looks like himself. He doesn't look like Batman anymore. And they in this war, as Griffith wins, I don't know if it was his plan, I think it was, they tear the fabric of reality, and all the elven and all the astral planes merge with the human planes. So now trolls and all these things exist at the naked eye for everyone. It's like a mess and chaos and murder. Damn. So Griffith creates this kingdom where all humans are safe, right?
That sounds like Witcher. It sounds like
kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Griffith creates this kingdom where he protects all the humans, right? And keeps them safe. And it's like a utopia that works, because everyone is too busy fighting these external threats to hate on each other, you know? And Griffith has shown to people that there is an afterlife, because since he's like this god, right? So
Mm-hmm.
when people die for him in war, he carries the souls, hence the Dark Souls reference, and shows them to their families so they can say a last goodbye. And the souls of these people are like, hey, I'm okay, I'm going to heaven. So then people no longer fear death, and there's no longer this like crime is like an all-time low, because people are like, well, I want to go to heaven, right? So because I know heaven exists, I have
Right.
physical proof, and
Yeah.
like religion is now, there is no division in religion because Griffith is like God pretty much now,
Yeah.
So it's this really interesting thing where he creates like things just work out so perfectly for him,
Yeah.
and Pinpin is going on this journey to meet Griffith after he gets saved, and he's like, wait, Griffith is like a lot, like, this, the Band of the Hawk is back, what the fuck,
Mm-hmm.
and he's freaking out because he doesn't know what he wants to tell Griffith. He doesn't know if he should be mad at him like Guts, or if he should try and find an explanation to what happened, and he's like really tense about it. And Griffith he knows Pimpin is here, and he's like going to meet him, and Pimpin is really nervous, and he sees Griffith, and he's walking towards him. He's like, what am I gonna say, what am I gonna do? And then he just slaps him across the face. Like, Pimpin just slaps Griffith as hard as he can across the face, and he realizes that it doesn't matter what Griffith says or what he does or what reasons or lack of reasons are, because Pimpin was the one who put all the individual graves for every single person that died that day. And nothing Griffith says can bring that back.
Right.
So he just leaves. And everyone's like, oh my god, he slapped Griffith, go kill him. And Griffith's like, no, it's fine. And they leave. They don't share a word. And I was like, damn. Like, that was such
That's
a powerful
crazy.
moment that I was like, okay, I guess Pimpin's right. I don't think it matters.
Yeah. Pimpin is right, yeah.
But like, yeah.
Holy shit.
It took a lot. Like, it's like what, 300 chapters? I was suffering and grieving that for about 200 chapters, man. 'Cause- and Griffith is even cuter and nicer in the manga. Like, it's such a jarring
After
display
the
of-
fact.
before the fact. After the fact, he's
Oh,
like this
before.
stone cold, never smiles, never jokes, never laughs. But
yeah.
before, he's like, the goofy character that they show in the movie.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, he's like scary and intimidating, but at the same time, Guts will like show up and smack him so hard in the back that Miura will draw his face like a doodle because his life was like slapped out of his soul.
Yeah.
And it's such a cute moment that you're like, damn, this is the guy that kills everyone? I can't believe it.
Yep. That's the guy.
That's the magic of Berserk, truly.
But I enjoyed it a lot, yeah.
You get it now?
I do
Yeah.
get it. And I do see the inspirations from all the rest of the stuff.
Yeah.
Just now I said like, oh, that sounds a lot like Witcher. Witcher
Yeah.
probably fucking,
Yeah.
he probably did.
Yeah, man, it's crazy. If you ever get the chance, read that manga. It's really good.
It's so long.
You're not even gonna feel it. I
Okay.
started from the beginning. That first chapter is a little edgy, but
I haven't read a manga in years, dude.
I've never read a manga. The first manga I ever read was Berserk. I
Oh,
said,
really?
Let me give it
Wow.
a shot, and I started before Miura died. I'm glad. And I was like, oh, this is really good. And then I read the whole Golden Age era, that arc. And then everything after that is really cool because it's just Guts going on this journey of self-discovery and revenge, and slowly realizing that it doesn't really matter if he gets revenge. What matters is him protecting Casca, because I don't know if they show that in the movie, but Casca loses her mind.
Yeah. She
Yeah.
does.
And he's just protecting her like she's like this little puppy, and he's trying to get her mind back because he starts meeting all these friends and he starts letting people in. So like Guts makes friends again. He becomes a better person,
Okay.
and he grows a lot, and he learns to like leave his anger, to the point that like the very last chapter, without spoiling, is him wondering if it's even worth going after Griffith. Like, he feels this anger, but he doesn't know if he wants to pursue it anymore because he's just content with what he has. And there's this besides Griffith becoming the protagonist for a few, like I'd say like 50 chapters, because he's going to war against this other nation in the name of the Midlands. and there being this third plot character, which is like this kid who is implied to be this stop. He's like implied to be Guts' son.
Oh, okay.
And that he had with Casca. That Casca miscarriages because of Griffith. Stop. And then the baby is like reborn at the same time that Griffith is reborn. So there's this implication that Griffith and the baby and the kid are the same person. But it's really strange. I don't know whether. And then there's this behemoth, right? Or Baelit. There's this Baelit that Guts has since chapter 2 of the manga.
Okay.
And I don't know if they. I'm sure you know because they talk about this in the movies. The Baelith is either in the hands of its rightful owner and will activate when the time is right, where something tragic happens, or it is on its way to its rightful owner. Does that make sense?
Is that the thing? The
The egg. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
So Griffith had that. He didn't know why he had it. He just had it, right? And it's all about how destiny.
Wait, no, Griffith got that because some lady.
He had it as a necklace, and he got it when he was a kid. Remember?
Gave it to him when he was a kid.
I'm lagging.
Right? He like stumbled upon it.
Yeah.
Some shit.
Okay, yeah. He stumbled upon it. Like this witch sold it, or this lady sold it to him.
Okay.
And he was like, awesome, you know. But the implication is that the Baelit is so inclined or in tune with destiny that he was destined to buy that. You know what I mean? He had no choice but to buy it. And then there's that moment where they remove the Baelit from him and throw it down the storm drain, and then he finds it again at the lake right before the eclipse happens, because it doesn't matter what you do, you can't get rid of it because the rightful owner of that Baelit is Griffith. The implication is that every Baelit belongs to someone, and it will activate when the time is right, and something horrible will happen. I believe it, and destiny is that it's, you know, it's written. You can't, you know, the implication is that Griffith had no choice. Destiny was written before he was born. He was going to do this, you know. Well, Guts has one, and he's had one since episode 2. And there is this joke that the little fairy that, not episode 2, chapter 2, there's this joke that this fairy that follows him, Puck, which is like the comic relief, uses it as a pillow. But every so often, like as time goes on, like here's the thing. Guts goes through a lot of shit, and it's never fallen out of his pocket, you know? And I thought it was a joke. But I believe, like, 10 chapters ago, right before it ends, sadly, Skull Knight goes, you're still carrying that Baelit around, aren't you? You've been carrying it this whole time. You know that, right? It's either yours or you're taking it to someone, and you don't know that yet. So, just letting you know. And I'm like, and that, like, that's... You know, the implication that it might be Guts' Baelit, it's scary. But then I also kept thinking, you know, like, wait, what if it's Casca's Baelit, you know? Wouldn't that be interesting? And what if, like, it activates when Casca finally confronts Griffith? And what if Casca decides not to sacrifice everyone to get her revenge on Griffith, and it's like this weird fuck you, like, see? You know, you could have done that too.
You're right, yeah.
You know, you're not worth... And like... Because I feel like... Obviously, the bad ending is that Guts gets his revenge and turns into... It's implied that also, that if Guts seeks revenge on Griffith, he's never going to be happy. Like, bad shit's gonna happen, you know?
Oh, gotcha. Okay.
So, like, it could have been his... It could be his Baelit as well, and maybe he'll... But the bad ending is that he uses it, or the bad ending is that he turns into whatever Skull Knight is because he could not let go of his grief and acted on his revenge. And there's also this moment where, in the very beginning, right after the eclipse, where Guts is like this edgy asshole that's going on revenge, where he leaves Casca behind, and because of that, shit gets really complicated. And then he has to go save her again, and he's like, I'm never letting you behind ever again. And that's when he starts becoming a better character, and he starts realizing revenge is bad. So yeah, I feel like that's the bad ending. Like, I feel like what Miura and the book has gotten really wholesome in a really strange way, or not in a strange way, in a really interesting way. Like it starts as a really edgy piece of like like manga or whatever, like of art.
Gotcha. Yeah.
And it ends into this book about friendship and love and journey and moving on, you know, to the point that like honestly, if it gets bloody and edgy, not that Griffith doesn't, Guts doesn't cut through everything in half when he swings a sword, but like it hasn't gotten intensely like depressing in a long time, you know.
Okay.
It's a very hopeful manga actually. If the bad ending were to happen, I feel like that would soil this point of the story, you know. Yeah. So to me, it seems obvious that the ending is that Guts does not act upon this, but at the same time, so then Griffith gets away with it, or are they just never going to encounter each other? Like I don't know where it's going, and we still don't know who this kid is, and it's not resolved because Nemura died, and it's like there's like a lot of like, you know, but it does end on an interesting note where, without spoiling, both Guts and Griffith have what they want, and they have no reason to interact ever again. You know?
Yeah.
It's just that we don't know who this kid is, and we don't know what this behemoth belongs to. Those are the two things that are just unanswered, I say borderline cliffhanger things. So, because everything else you can imply that it'll get resolved over time and happy ever after. So,
gotcha.
But really good. It's really good. I'm in love with it. I'm glad you would finally understand that hype, man.
Yeah. I liked it a lot.
There's this TikTok I saw which was really good, where someone was watching Berserk, and you know that scene in the ballroom where Griffith is becoming a count or something, and they're celebrating him, and he looks out the window, and Guts is outside, and Guts is smiling at his best friend, and Griffith is smiling at his best friend or his lover, I don't fucking know, and it's such a wholesome moment. So then a caption appears like, what a happy ending, and then she turns off the TV.
Yeah, I should have ended there, dude.
Yeah.
Fuck. God damn it.
Oh,
could have been the end. That could have been it.
Great. That could have been great. Yeah, it sucks.
Man. Fucking hell.
That's the tragedy. I just don't think. I don't think it had to be this way. If it would have been easier to digest if Griffith would have been a dick since the beginning.
Yeah.
But
No, but it's not like that.
It's not like that.
Oh yeah.
I'm sad. Anyways, so
Cheer
next,
up, dude, you got Hathaway to watch.
I got Hathaway. Yeah, might watch
up.
it tonight. Actually, we'll see.
I definitely recommend it, dude.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Well, I'll come back to you next week with my thoughts on that, and we are probably going to finally do that fucking Are You Smarter Than a Fifth Grader game, trivia game.
Oh, are we?
Keep
Okay.
pushing. Yeah, it might finally happen next episode. So
Hell
I've got nothing else on the docket. No random trips. No nothing.
I can't wait to prove how dumb I am, dude. Like, you have no idea.
I think you're gonna be smarter than me.
No way, dude.
I don't know, man. We'll see.
I am not smart. I'm smart for shit that fifth graders don't care about.
Well, okay. Are you smart? Are you good at science?
No.
Are you good at math?
No.
History? Yes.
A little bit.
Do you have good grades? You have better grades than I did.
No way.
Did you ever go to summer school?
Way. Yeah, like twice.
Okay, I went once. So maybe you are dumber.
Yeah, probably.
No,
I went twice for the
I'm
same.
joking.
I went twice for the same classes.
Math?
No.
Which one?
English and Spanish.
Oh my god. Yeah. Why?
Laziness, just
right.
laziness.
I think you're lazy. I don't think you're dumb. You see?
Yeah.
So I think we got this. This is your moment to redeem yourself. You're gonna do this next episode. You're gonna win, and then you're gonna send it to every teacher. And you'll be like, see.
I know history, but you know history as well.
Yeah, I'm gonna kick your ass in history. You don't stand a chance.
I'm
gonna kick your ass in history and English.
Yeah, probably. Dude, I'm not winning.
Goddamn teacher, man. Come on.
I'm not winning.
We'll see.
That's all I know.
Math. I think the categories are English, math, science, and history. And if Giovanna throws in a curveball, then there's a curveball in there, like, I don't know, fucking musical theater or some crazy shit like that.
Oh man.
All right. Well, let's wrap it up, yeah?
Hell yeah.
Awesome. Well, guys, thanks so much for watching. Make sure to fucking share this, because
Share
it
it.
fucking we don't want one person listening to this. We want 2 people listening to this. So that'd be nice, and
At least 2.
at least 2.
God.
And we'll see you next time. Peace.
Peace out, y'all. Dollar bill. Killer ill.